Good morning from sleep. Learned yesterday it's not pronounced sleep. I'm gonna fly back to Old Warden with the Sky van and wake everybody up who is sleeping in these tents. We're back at Old Warden, and this view never gets old. Look at it. Photographers are ready, set up harnesses, cameras taped and ready to go. So yeah, we're ready. Weather is quite okay actually. It looked not that good in the forecast, but now it's quite okay. It will also be a good opportunity to further test the new camera I bought, the XH2. I used it yesterday and it's quite okay. It's easier to use than the XT3 that I previously used, and the files are like huge, so you can crop a lot more. So I'm gonna test this one further. We're at Western now. We just landed after the first flight. We had the DH9, which was really beautiful, even with a bit of sunlight on it. And then a Russian Spitfire, which is not something you see every day. So that was nice. Now we refuel, and then we go back up for a second flight. So the reason I bought the XH2 and not an XT5, this is the 3, is because this is a lot bulkier. I mean, if you look at it, you can actually see it. This has proper grip. This one doesn't. And now when I hold this one after using the XH2, this feels wrong. This doesn't feel like good. Another difference is that this one has like all the dials, and I'm very used to them. This one doesn't. It's also an advantage because this, I mean, you can like block it, but still often it isn't, and then it just switches. And this one has a lot more buttons that you can use, like also here. This button on the XH2 is a replacement of this, where you can shoot manual, continuous or single. This often just like moves in flight because we have like the harness on, and things, you know, aren't always like very smooth. And then this gets changed, and it's a whole thing, because then you take pictures and all of a sudden it doesn't focus because it's on manual. Well, here you have to push the button and then change it like with the wheels, or like you select it, and it doesn't change that easily. You know, you don't make the mistakes that you make with this one. So that's the reason I went for the XH2. Also, the buffer is a lot bigger, which is a big advantage. This one often just blocks. So you take pictures or you make a video, then you switch. The thing is buffering, you can't take any photos. This one is a lot faster. Also has the CF Express card in it, so a lot better. Yeah. Also battery, you can see here, this is after one flight. It's still more than half full. After one flight, the battery here is dead. That's why I have like the battery grip on it. Here I don't have it. So yeah, that's the reason I went with the XH2. And so far it actually works very well. It's a lot easier to use, I think, than this one. But I mean, this looks just like way better with all the dials on it. But I think for travel photography, this is still like very good. This is a lot bulkier, so maybe for travel I'll be using this one instead of this one. I'm not sure. I'll have to see that. Just finished the second flight with a hurricane. Weather is improving now, so we could go on top of the clouds in the sunshine, which is nice. Now we are waiting for the third flight, which should have some Mustangs and some Spitfires. So in all, it's a pretty good day. Also weather-wise, it could have been so much worse, but it's looking okay. So this is future me. This is filmed on the Friday of the Riyadh project. I've now been using the XH2 for like a whole week, and yeah, it's really good. I really like the camera. I already talked about like the buttons and everything, but it's really good. What I probably like the most is the fact that this is 40 megapixels. This is like, I don't know, 26, 28, I think. Could be wrong, whatever. It's a huge advantage because you can crop more. The files are a lot bigger. So I can do a lot more with the pictures I took on this one compared to this one. So it's a huge step up. I'm really happy. The battery life is like really amazing. I can shoot a whole day like with one battery. This one, if I use it the whole day, all 3 batteries are gone. So I used to carry a whole bag of batteries with me, but that's no longer necessary. So yeah, very happy with the XH2. Maybe less useful for aviation photography, but the built-in presets, the new ones in the XH2 that I don't have on the XT3, are really good. You basically don't need to edit them afterwards. It's like a very cinematic look or something. I don't know how to call it, but it's just gorgeous, and the colors and everything, it's beautiful. So also that is a huge advantage. And yeah, like I said, it's comfortable to hold it. It just functions very well. I filmed on the 4K and now on the 6K too. It's really well. I haven't filmed on the 8K yet because I read somewhere that like the rolling shutter is quite bad on the 8K, so I decided to keep it like lower quality wise to be sure that it's good. But actually so far rolling shutter effect has been very okay. I was quite afraid because I read on the internet a lot of bad things. And okay, on some of the prop videos you will probably see that the props are like a little bent. Even with the full prop you can see it sometimes. But I mean, it's a trade-off I'm willing to make. Otherwise it's a very good camera. So yeah, I'm glad I made the transition from the XT series to this one. I always said I would stick to this for travel photography, but really with the 35mm lens on this one, it is still quite compact, and I think I might just use this as the main body, this as a second body, a spare one, and then retire the XT2 and leave it as it is. So we just finished the third flight of today. We're now refueling, and then we're flying back to Old Warden. It was a nice flight actually. You see the footage. I think I've come to grown in the directing actually. It went a lot better than on like the first day on yesterday. So yeah, all in all a very good day actually. And we're back at Old Warden. And we're done for the day, so that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one.